Good evening, folks. I'm back just in time for Christmas. And to get in the holiday spirit, I thought I'd do a Christmas favorite. Now, for my first one back, I was not going to do a holiday mode or anything like that. I was going to actually play the Grinch. See, got my green shirt. But I decided otherwise to get in the spirit for the holidays. Thought I'd have some background music, Irving Berlin's classic sung by Bing Crosby, White Christmas. But what is this? I'm going to go ahead and mute that there. You've heard it. Stand by, I do have a quiz on the song later in this episode. But what is my drink for this evening? Keeping with the holidays, you guessed it, eggnog. Now, eggnog comes spiked with alcohol and without. I first had mine without. Back I was about 7 years old. It was in one of those tin cans. Back then, everything came in tin cans. And, I always thought, this is pretty cool. I can't wait to make my own. Well, 40 years later, I still haven't made my own, so I thought I'd just break down and buy some. So I thought I did. Now, I'm not endorsing a certain brand or make here. I happen to find it in my local bottle shop down in Columbus, Georgia. And yes, if you didn't know, I moved. No longer down in Mississippi, but in the Columbus, Georgia, Smith Station, Alabama area now. So that's where I am. In case you want to come looking for David, that's me. Okay, so what we're doing today is Evan Williams Eggnog. Old holiday favorite here. A little history of eggnog. It can be traced back into the medieval Britain area, actually. It was based on a drink called posset. Passé, maybe? No, that's French. They don't like the French. Posset, and which is a hot, milky, ale-like a drink. And roughly 1300s, monks in Britain first started putting eggs and figs into the drink. Now, back then, eggs, figs were a sign of prosperity, a sign of wealth. So to do that was a toast to prosperity. Now, in about the 1700s, the drink made the leap over the pond, so to speak, to the Americas. And it was a big hit. George Washington even had his own personal recipe for eggnog, from what's been written, heavy on the alcohol. It can be used with whiskey or rum. Back then it was mostly rum. It was more readily available. It even reached down into Mexico and into Puerto Rico, where they had a drink similar to this called coquito, using coconut milk. Now today, if you want to make it, it could contain eggs, milk, if you do it homemade. I have not done it homemade. I wish to eventually. So, I'm just going to go ahead and try it, as in the past. Now, the way you normally serve it is cold in a glass, excuse me. And you sprinkle either cinnamon, fresh nutmeg over it, or with mint leaves. What I did today is I've got some cinnamon on top of this. And let's give it a shot. Again, this is Evan Williams, a nice little whiskey-based eggnog. You do get, now I already put the cinnamon, so I get that. But earlier when I did the sniff test, the milky creaminess and the little bit of Evan Williams in there. So here we go. Let's give it a shot. Definitely creamy. And at the end, you get that cinnamon flavor, since I use that tonight. The actual Evan Williams portion itself is very light, but it is very good. You do get the aftertaste of it, and it is actually a complement to the eggnog. So this is very good. Definite, serve chilled. I think it would be a definite complement to any Christmas party. Being politically incorrect here, saying Christmas. And it's very good. You should try some. Make some of your own. There's plenty of recipes on the net. And yeah, again, thank you for watching my first night back in a while. Hoping to come back every week. I'll be on Thursdays. So next week I have planned And for the Thursday after Christmas, I have a special treat for you all. So tune in then. More teases next week. But as far as my quiz, leave it in the comments below. This song that's playing now, White Christmas. In what movie did it first appear? Now, I've already given you hints. So let's see who gets it correct below. See who's going to be a good elf and get something nice for Christmas. And don't be naughty and look it up on the internet. I will know. I am all-knowing. I got my little watchers out on everybody. All right? So Merry Christmas. Have some eggnog and enjoy.